Good morning and happy Friday. What a picture perfect weekend we have facing us this beautiful weekend in the Tennessee Valley. It's been kind of a long week for me, so I think I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied this morning. But if you are watching and you have plans tonight to head out to the high school football game, maybe you're going to be watching the pennant races for your team, whether it's you're rooting for the Red Sox, the Astros, the Dodgers, or the Braves. How about that for my sports knowledge this morning? Make sure that you keep your noise in check. Dr. Tiffany Alberg kicks off the show with us this morning. She, of course, is with Alberg Audiology up in Bradley County. Good to see you this morning, Tiffany.
Good to see you too, Julie. Thank you for having me.
I asked you, I know both of us have teenagers at home, and I had said, do you have one of your children in the band? And you said, no, your son plays football, but you've been hearing that band.
Oh, yeah, and it is loud. It is just one of the different environments that I have been around lately where I am shocked that we put our kids in that situation without hearing protection. And maybe some of the kids do, and good for them. But if your kid plays in those marching bands, I did some research just to see how loud are they, because I had my fingers in my ears, and not because they weren't good, because they were very good. But it's just so loud. It's so damaging to our ears. And it can reach a level of 130 dB. And that can cause hearing loss in a matter of seconds.
So, okay, go back though, you and me, while we're talking, let's go back to high school when we were the kids in the bleachers cheering on for the team and listening to the band play. We probably didn't think it was all that loud.
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember it being that loud. Now they have like the big speakers in the middle of the field, and maybe they had them when we were there, and we just were ignorant back then. I have no idea. And maybe I'm more aware now because I'm an audiologist, but it is damaging loud. It is, put your fingers in your ears and just protect what you have if you don't have hearing protection. Wow.
Okay, so I think you just said the magic word then. I was not thinking about the speakers on the field. I was thinking just about the instruments themselves. But it's once again this technology that can be great, but it can play with our lives in a way it's not meant to. Kids have got those earbuds, their Apple earphone things. I can't speak this morning, but you know what I'm talking about, where the volume
I know
is
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and those are loud, and that is a concern. And I was just looking at the statistics, and 1 in 5 people from the age of 20 to 69 have a hearing loss. So 1 in 5, and 1 in 4 people from the age of 20 to 29 have the beginning stages of a noise-induced hearing loss. That is so incredibly high. I did not realize that it was that high, but hearing loss happens so gradually. And I was just thinking about it this morning. I thought, we wouldn't send our kids out to look at the sun without wearing glasses. We wouldn't send them out to watch the eclipse without having those special glasses. But yet we send our kids out to concerts and bands, and we went to a rodeo a couple weeks ago, and the speaker there, my kids, they were commenting on how their ears were ringing afterwards. It was so loud. I didn't bring hearing protection to a rodeo. I had never been to a rodeo before. It was fun, but it was so loud because of that speaker. We shooting guns, hunting, all of these different things that we want to take our kids to be part of, and it is a great time, that you spend with your kids, and they enjoy all these things, but we have got to be better at protecting our kids from hearing loss.
Even going to the movies, I remember, I think maybe it might have gotten a little bit better, but when they used to have all that, I guess it's the bass sound that they have in the sound system there, and it's painful. It is painful.
It is.
So what do you do though, Tiffany? Because you can't go changing the world. So what do you do?
Well, first of all, make your kids realize that hearing loss can happen. I mean, it's not something, because it happens so gradually. I think people think that that it's not going to happen to them. It happens gradually. If your ears ring, if you feel like your ears are full after you've been around a lot of noise, you have damaged your ears. That's number one. Number two, that earplugs are not uncool. Unless someone, desires to wear hearing aids one day, protect your ears now, because it's inevitable. If you're around these situations, you're going to develop hearing loss. So protect what you have. There are so many different, and so, then you'll get some kickback. Well, if I wear earplugs, it changes the way music sounds, and it does. So that is true. So they make a musician earplug. So you can get a special earplug with a filter. You can get them non-custom, which are less expensive, or you can get a custom mold. And so the custom ones are form-fitted for that particular person's ear, so they fit right in. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money on a custom one, then just Google musician filtered molds, and those are great for music. If you shoot guns, you hunt, they make special hearing protection that you can put in. It can amplify whenever you have them in, and the second you shoot a gun, it'll cut off and it'll protect your hearing. So there's so many different things out there that weren't available 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that we have now available to us. So let's utilize these things and protect our hearing, because it is so essential and so important.
Okay.
And it happens so fast.
2 questions. With the musicians ones, is that even if you just enjoy listening to music, not if you are yourself a musician?
Yes. I mean, my husband and I enjoy going to concerts. I have a pair of musician plugs that I always take with me, and I put them in my pocket and I put them in. You don't even see them. They're not the big bright yellow orange earplugs like you see when you're in an industrial setting. Mine are form fitted for my ear with a special little filter that attenuates the sound. So yeah, even if you just enjoy listening to music, they're a great thing to have.
And once you make the investment, it's yours for a lifetime, because your ear does not change, right?
Your ear can change a little bit, but yeah, I've had mine for over 10 years, and they still fit great.
Okay, then the other question, you mentioned how you'll take them with you to the concert. I guess if you have these ear plugs, whether they're the custom ones or not, if you just keep them with you, if you're going to a football game or a concert or whatever, you might not know that the noise is going to be the issue if it comes. So now you've got the ear plugs on the ready.
Yes, I always have a pair. And I have been in situations like that rodeo. I didn't take earplugs with me. So I went and got a paper towel and I squished them together and put them in my ears, just because I knew that I was going to damage my hearing. So whatever you can do to protect your ears, please do it, because it only takes one time. You have no idea how many times I have people come in my office and they will say, I have shot guns my whole life, but this one time I shot a gun and afterwards I couldn't hear. It only takes one time. And when you're dealing with something that's that loud, 130, 140 dB, it may not happen until it does. And then when it does, it's too late. You've damaged your hearing.
I will not know the right terminology to use, so just forgive me up front, and maybe you do. We're on the cusp of Christmas, and people are going to be asking teenagers for presents, and a lot of times, young boys especially will ask for speaker systems for their cars. Do you have to be a little bit careful about what type of speaker you've got your kids listening to in the car?
I don't know that you necessarily have to worry about the speaker. But you do have to worry about how loud your kid turns it up. I have no idea what these speakers are that you hear going down the road. But if you can hear it from outside the car, then it's too loud. Is
it true that boom, boom bass sound that you hear is the real culprit?
So anytime that you have vibration with a sound, you not only get the sound traveling through your ears, but you also get it traveling through your whole body. So it can add even more volume to an already loud situation. So it's not necessarily the culprit, but it doesn't help that the vibration is there too. So it adds to the volume, definitely.
I think it's good that I asked you those questions, because then you were honest, and that means that if parents are talking to their kids over the weekend and they say the bass is the problem, and the teenager comes back and says, no, Mom and Dad, you're wrong, they can reference you for their answer. It's just you want to be smart with it and not turn it up too loud.
If you worry, there are free apps that are sound level meters. So just look at the sound level meter, and it will tell you the average. And that's what matters, the average, the volume over a period of time. So, not necessarily the frequency.
Okay, you wanted to bring this to our attention because October is Hearing Awareness Month. I know you said that these musicians and hunters' earphones, earplugs are not that visible. If you are somebody needing some hearing devices to correct a hearing loss, even that has come a long way. It's not what it used to be.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, there is a earplug for every situation, whether you work in a factory, whether you fly and the noise from the airplane, or if you're a musician, a hunter, whatever, a dentist, any situation that you're in, there's a plug
All
for
right.
that situation.
I'll plug you, Dr. Tiffany Alberg with Alberg Audiology. You can find her in Cleveland on North Ocoee Street. Her phone number is 641-0956, and online it's albergaudiology.com.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Let's be honest, moving is stressful, but this is the absolute best time to sell your home. So whether you choose my guaranteed offer or my massive marketing approach that powers this top producing team, call today and discover the Markite team difference.
Attention sleep apnea patients. Millions of Philips CPAP machines and ventilators have been recalled due to health risks and the potential risk of cancer. If you used a Philips sleep apnea device or ventilator, you may be entitled to significant compensation. If you or a loved one developed cancer, heart damage, lung damage, liver or kidney damage after using a Philips sleep apnea device or ventilator, call Warren and Griffin at 265-HURT for a free consultation. Call 265-HURT right now.
In downtown Lafayette, Georgia, the buzz is all about the Bee Boutique at Pigeon Mountain Trading Company. We've got local honey, beeswax candles, lotions and soaps made with honey, beekeeping supplies, adorable home decor, tableware, cute clothing too. It's all here at Pigeon Mountain Trading Company, the perfect gifts for your honey. Take the short drive to Lafayette and come see us at Pigeon Mountain Trading Company or visit us on the web at pigeonmountaintrading.com. See what the buzz is all about.
When you sell your home using my guaranteed offer, you get to skip the staging, the showings, and all those repairs because I give you an as-is cash offer up front and you simply get to pick the moving day. Call me today.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Weekend forecast you can count on from meteorologist Clay Smith.
Okay, we are oohing and awing outside on the porch this morning because Melissa Lale is back getting us ready for the Chattanooga Market. I have to confess, I thought that you might be bringing pumpkins and gourds and things for fall.
There are a few.
Lucky me, you brought Kristen Von Glon, who is Lambie Cakes Clay.
Yes.
Good to see you and meet you.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited to be asked and included in this.
So by day, you're a teacher.
Yes, yes.
When the sun goes down and you're home at the end of a long day, this is what you create.
Yes. It's my therapy for sure.
I guess it shows how I'm not in the know. I didn't realize that clay jewelry was kind of the thing.
Yeah.
To look at these, Kristen, you would think that they're kind of heavy pieces. These are light.
Yeah, each earring is maybe about 3 ounces. If they have these crystals on them, then they weigh a tiny bit more, but they're so lightweight.
So did you know that you had this artistic talent in you?
I've always been artsy. I used to do theater and dance and voice lessons, but I never thought I would do this. Not in a million years, no.
So I'm realizing now as I talk to you that you're wearing a pair of your own earrings.
Yeah, these are kind of one of my staple pieces. They're an arch. I made these for my friend Megan's wedding, actually, and wore them in the wedding. I do a lot of bridesmaids jewelry, custom for brides.
So Melissa and she and I unintentionally kind of have similar styles, I think. Yeah. And I think that it's fair to say we're re-wearers, right?
Yes.
And we have hit the same age where we're not quite so sure we can get away with some of those statement pieces.
Yeah.
I think we could pull these off.
I totally think we could. 100%. In fact, I'm like, why didn't I do this before? Because these are heavy, and I know I would be much more comfortable and obviously more fashionable if I had put a pair of hers on.
You are a teacher.
Yes.
So I think that the teacher in you must have come out in some of your seasonal pieces that you have.
100%.
If you're a nurse or a teacher or a caregiver, how fun to have like your little Halloween guys.
Yes. So as a teacher, I dress very professionally at work, but I still wanted to have my personality and show the different seasons. And I try to do a lot of white pieces so that you're able to wear them with anything, regardless of your top or blouse. So
Okay, let's talk about that, because I was getting ready the other morning and I put on a pair of white earrings and I forgot how much I really like them because they kind of make you look vibrant
yes,
too.
they brighten your face for sure.
So Melissa, how did you discover her? Did she come knocking on your door?
Shopping at Chattanooga Market, and I was what my intent was, which I think you can do with almost any college. I was looking for a gift for a college student that was their school colors, and she has so many colors that you can almost find it for any school.
Yeah.
And I thought during football season, how festive to have a pair of earrings that are in your school colors. But I mean, she'll be at Holiday Market coming up in December.
Good for you.
Yes.
So yeah, I said, wait till you see all the people wanting to get a hold of these for Christmas presents.
At your booth, if you will, at the market, do you have mirrors?
I do.
So
yeah.
you can hold them up and see.
Yes.
Because it is important that it not only go with your hair, but also your skin complexion, right?
Right.
Yes. And I try to make a lot of neutral colors so that it goes with any skin color.
Do you find too that we've gotten to a point where the rules of the game don't really apply and you can mix and match almost any colors
Yes,
now?
I think so.
I think
for
so
sure.
too. So Melissa, you got excited because if you turn the one that you're in next to, you've got studs. You can get
It's like a twofer.
It's a twofer. Yes. So, and I tell customers too, if they like a stud from this pack and this pack, it's no worries. I can switch things around.
Here's the Halloween ones.
The Halloween ones are so cute. I've sold so many of the ghost and sparkly pumpkins.
And I guess you'll begin to get out Christmas ones
Yes,
in the
I
weeks
just
to come.
started Christmas, but I felt like it was a little too early to set it out.
I'm not gonna. No, it's
2
never
weeks,
too early.
and then you're good.
I'm not going to make you give away your trade secret. But
sure.
Secrets. But I mean, this is intricate detail
Yes.
work that you have, and you're doing it by hand.
Well, some of these are with cutters, and some of them are by hand. So,
Are you baking them in your oven?
yes, baking them in my oven. Yep.
Really?
A lot of people learn to make bread over quarantine, but I learned to bake earrings.
I love that.
That is so
Yes.
fun. Okay, I do want to ask you about the season for just a second, and then we'll get back to Kristen's jewelry. Are there pumpkins and gourds at the
Yes.
market this weekend?
So there are pumpkins and gourds, but even more importantly, there's fall squashes. So the butternut squash, the spaghetti squash, the acorn squash. So it's a great time to talk to your farmer about home recipes, things they're making in their own homes with these squashes, because sometimes I run out of ideas, you know. And then all those, pumpkin flavored breads and pies and desserts and cookies, pumpkin chai tea.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of fall at market, and the weather's going to be beautiful this weekend.
So you can bake the squash in your oven while Kristen is baking
Baking
jewelry
earrings.
in hers. Now, if people see something, I mean, you only have so much in your inventory,
I
right?
do. Well, I actually keep the behind the scenes stuff underneath, so I just restock as stuff sells. But I try to make as much as I can because I know the stuff goes pretty quick.
Melissa is good about being on trend. She's very good about that. If you were going to advise somebody, though, like she mentioned the college student, for the 20-somethings out there, what are they looking for most? What's the most popular one?
My most popular colors are definitely white because they go with any outfit. So these sell so quickly. Also the taupes, just very neutral colors, the blacks.
But they like the fan shape? You're liking that?
Yes, that geometric Art Deco style is really in right now.
And I guess if you're lucky enough to have short hair, you can pull off the long ones like this and bring out your 1970s vibe.
Pull your hair back, yes.
Really, really fun. Okay, you brought up the holiday market, so it's Melissa's fault that she mentioned got the Christmas conversation going.
We're moving there so quickly.
When does that start?
The first weekend in December, so right after Thanksgiving. We're actually closed the weekend of Thanksgiving. Everybody's gearing up for that 3-week weekend long holiday market.
These are really, really beautiful, and you can look fashion forward, but your ears won't ache at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Lambie Cakes Clay.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Great
it.
to see you.
You
Aren't
too,
your
thank
students
you.
lucky?
I don't know. I hope so.
They are.
They are.
The Chattanooga Market is the First Horizon Pavilion, 11 to 4 on Sunday. Are you
11
open
to 4.
Saturday?
Yes, Saturday at the River Market is 10 to 5, and we are down to 2 more Saturdays, so great time to take advantage.
Shop away.
James